We have a couple of clips today of Mehdi Hasan talking about Project 2025, specifically debunking the Trump lie and MAGA narrative that Trump has no knowledge of what it is or no plans to actually implement it. So I wanted to look at a few of what I thought were the best clips and then just jump in to provide additional context.
Just take a look here at Trump in 2017 promoting his tax plan at, wait for it, the Heritage Foundation.
And the dedicated scholars and staff at the Heritage Foundation, thank you very much. Thank you. Great job.
Does that ring a bell, Donald? No? Well, don't worry. I know your memory isn't what it used to be. So let me be a little bit more specific today and remind you who those Project 2025 people are. Let's start off with Kevin Roberts, the president of the Heritage Foundation. Yes, the one you gushed over 2 years ago during your keynote address at the Heritage Foundation, his organization.
I want to thank Kevin. He's going to be so incredible. I know that for a fact.
Ah, how kind. You'll be proud to know that Incredible Kevin actually wrote the foreword for Project 2025.
This is just another part of Trump's usual playbook. If he plans to do something or involve himself with someone who is unpopular or it's unclear if that might hurt him electorally, he'll simply just lie about it. I mean, look at what he did with Stormy Daniels, for instance. Look at the way he distanced himself from Steve Bannon before running in 2016, a white nationalist, before then appointing him to his administration and pardoning him for charges he got right before he left office. Trump knows the fact that Project 2025 has circled to the point that people are actually reading it and understanding the horrendous things that are in it is not a good look, even though it's the actual literal platform he's been running on, hence why he hasn't updated Agenda 47 in almost a year, but he has to distance himself from the name because it's been facing a lot of public backlash, even though he is still closely associated with the people and definitely with the ideas.
Surely you remember all the Project 2025 people who have literally worked for you, right? 140 people in total, according to CNN. People like Carolyn Levitt, your campaign press secretary, the one who caused quite the stir on CNN before the debate on their network, the one you agreed to. She herself is in a promotional video for Project 2025, your campaign press secretary. Then there's your loyal former White House senior advisor, Stephen Miller, who fiercely dedicated himself to the shameless promotion of all of your lies.
And I'm prepared to go on any show, anywhere, anytime, and repeat it and say the President of the United States is correct 100%.
Yes, that's Stephen. Well, guess what? He's also in the same Project 2025 commercial that Caroline is in. What a small world. Now, of course, you two are just so in tune with each other that Stephen's actually been mimicking you by saying he has no involvement with Project 2025 either.
And this is something that stretches out to everyone who associates with Trump. It's just deny, deny, deny all the way until the election. It doesn't matter that over 100 of the people who work on Project 2025 directly work with Trump as well. He can just say, I have no idea about it. Those who work for him can claim the same. And for most of his base, that will be enough because he spent the last 4 years creating this large doubt in institutions and media to where his followers truly believe that he is the only man they can trust, no matter how many times he lies and gets called out for those lies fall short in court. They still say that if it's not from him, it's fake news and just part of a larger conspiracy.
On the topic of bad liars, you remember Ben Carson, right? Your Housing and Urban Development Secretary? Because Chapter 15 of Project 2025 is authored by Carson himself. There's also Russ Vought, who wrote Chapter 2 of Project 2025. Not only is he currently in charge of the Republican Party's platform committee, aka writing your current 2024 GOP platform, but he was also your director of the Office of Management and Budget back in your White House days.
I would like to now invite Acting Director of OMB, Russ Vought, to say a few words about the exciting news. And I want to thank Russ for doing an incredible job.
And Russ could be your next White House Chief of Staff too, apparently. But you don't know him? Now, who else, Donald? Who else? Well, you have Peter Navarro, your old deputy assistant in the White House, who went to prison for refusing to testify in front of the January 6th committee. but still managed to write chapter 26.
What you have to understand is Trump can say whatever he wants about not doing Project 2025. And if he gets into office and calls his platform anything else or just doesn't say the words Project 2025, his followers will eat that up and believe him. But in reality, it's not the name that's the problem. It's the ideas and those who created it. And that's who Trump will surround himself with in the next term. It's who he was surrounded with in his first term. Those are the current ideas of our GOP party today. And for them, it's just about what way they can wrap it to the public where it sells the best, where it polls the strongest, and how many lies they can get away with telling about it.
Paul Dand, who was chief of staff at your Office of Personnel Management, he's the director for Project 2025, the whole damn thing. Gina Hamilton, a top aide in your Department of Justice, wrote Chapter 17. Mandy Gunasakara, your old chief of staff at the EPA, wrote Chapter 13. John McEntee, one of your closest aides in the White House, he was your body man, is a senior advisor to Project 2025. I could keep going. The list goes on and on. But I'm a little worried I might put you to sleep again, Donald. Look, jokes and snark aside, how does someone just suddenly forget many of their own current and former employees and advisors? Is it possible that Trump may need to take a cognitive test again?
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Look, as much as Trump talking about his cognitive tests amuses me, all this Project 2025 denial is actually not an example of Trump's dangerous delusions and derangement, but rather his dangerous and desperate dishonesty.
Donald Trump lied over 30,000 times in his first presidency. He lied about what he would do. He lied about who he would appoint, what he wouldn't do. And yet his followers still take one post from Trump after a bunch of negative press on this thing, and as it's just him being honest rather than trying to save face in the eyes of the media and public. Trump is a politician. I know the favorite line from MAGA is Trump's not a politician. Trump is a politician. He's also a liar. He's going to say whatever he needs to say on a camera that he believes will poll the best, that will help him best electorally. Again, look at the felony charges that he now has for lying about his finances and paying an NDA to hide an affair that he had so he could help his chances electorally. And he can say he won't do Project 2025 all he wants. And in terms of agenda name, I mean, maybe he won't, right? But it to a T describes the ideas he attempted to do in his first term, some he did, and plans that he's now running on for his second term. He tried to allow states to ban gay marriage in his first term. He passed Schedule F to allow him to fire governmental employees like no president ever before in his first term. He temporarily cut Social Security and Medicare through the payroll tax and then ran on doing it again permanently if he was reelected in 2020. These are just three ideas that are central to Project 2025. And if you think he's going to pass up doing those and trying them again, or doing things like mass deportations that he mentions in all his rallies just because they're in Project 2025, I'm sorry to say, but you're as gullible as he is dishonest. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.